Ah, yes. Have you guys observed the weather today? It's so pleasant. You see the clouds. The weather is just chilly enough for you to open the windows, let the breeze greet you, and the chillness that you feel mandates you to eat hot pakoras. In comes the tea. You're taking a sip of the tea and you look at the clouds, you see a bunch of black clouds. In them, you see a streak of lightning. Immediately after that, you hear a sound. What's that? It's the thunder. Today, I'm going to talk about the Daivi Vak, the celestial voice, which is what the thunder talks to us. In the words of T.S. Eliot, in his poem collection called The Wasteland, he says, the Ganga was sunken, a perennial river which never dries up. It was sunken. The Ganga was sunken. The limp leaves waited for the rain, and the black clouds gathered over the distant Himavant. The forest crouched and humped in silence when the thunder spoke. What did it say? It said, Da, Datta, Damyata, and Dayadvam. It's a story from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Once the Devas, the Manavas, and the Danavas meditate to get knowledge, to obtain knowledge. God is pleased with them. So He calls each one of them individually to give them knowledge. He calls the Devas, and in their ears He says, this is the knowledge, Da. The word D-A. Deva says, we understood. God says, go follow it. He calls the Manavas, the descendants of Manu. To them He gives Da. The Manavas says, we understood. He says, go follow it. To the Danavas, who are also called Rakshasas because of their gigantic body, He says, Da. He said, we understood. Go follow it. Figure. Da is a root word in Sanskrit. Da to the Devas mean. Devas are actually beings without body. They are always involved in sensory pleasures. To them, God said Da, which means Damyata. Damyata is refrain. To the Manavas, the descendants of Manu who are greedy and want everything to themselves, He said Da. Da means Datta, give. To the Rakshasas, the being with gigantic body and power, who are very cruel, He said Da. And they understood it as Dayadvam, show mercy. This story has inspired me because it's a simple story, but it's so intricately woven into the concepts that we see in our day-to-day activities. Of course, we know it's going to rain. No, that can be a dull way of looking at it. Oh man, the weather is so, it's going to rain today, I'm feeling very low. Going into depression? Oh no, I'm not going to step there. But remember this, every time we are now stepping into the monsoon season, you are going to listen to the thunder. And every time you listen to the thunder, remember the Daivi Vak. It says, Da, which is the root word, Datta, to give, Damyata, to refrain, Dayadvam, to show mercy, and you'll have a happy and prosperous life forever. Toastmaster.